Hello, everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. And the Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Trojans' offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. At the 45, on his way. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dropping back, it's Moss. Getting some heat. Got the back over the middle. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad.
Fires toward the end zone. And the throw to the left sideline is incomplete. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the draw. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Now they're going to throw it. Coming after it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that's where we got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Power football with the run. Oh, it's out. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and 4. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
Looking to throw, it's Moss. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, great tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Moore will throw. Unleashes it. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. On to attempt to try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. The quick out. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on second down. Quickly complete. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Trojans.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Now after the short completion, it's second down. Moore to the air. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Second down coming up. Touch pass on the run. On his feet at the 40. All kinds of running room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They keep attacking through the air. He caught it. And And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dated.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll try the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll throw it on first down. He finds his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And I like the...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. The 50. The 40. The 20. The 10. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2. They got the touchdown. PAT was blocked, and now they'll kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Moore will throw. Makes the grab over the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete on the right side. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Looking for a crease. It's James. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. Fair catch, called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Looking to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Ducks! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Moss. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Hudson. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. The defense coming up big there, and The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
More to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He looks that one in nicely. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Open space at the 25. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QBs sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gets it out fast. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Obliterates him, still on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's open on the right. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll leave it with him. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, USC!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working now.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. He's got him, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Moore will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. Tackled immediately after the catch. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're throwing this ball to the running back out in the flat. That's essentially an extension of a sweep play, right? But the defender there to bring him down for a gain of no yards.
Moore to the air. Gets open down the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Grab near the sticks. It's Dickey. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. Swings it out to his running back. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Nobody fooled defensively there. They throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, hoping to set up some blocks, but on the perimeter, they get beat at the point of attack, and the defense actually creates a negative play.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're lining up to boot it away. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and get...
A full dive to haul that one in. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's looking to throw it. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The offense lining up for a first down play. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good.